y'all, what's going on? My name is Myricia La'Rease. Welcome back. I'm a self-taught loctician. I've been doing hair full-time from home since 2020. And technically I have 2 businesses, but I'm only LLC'd for one. But I started my business back in 2020, in June of 2020. So I have a solid 7 tips that I feel like might be able to help anybody trying to start a business in 2026 and beyond. These are the simple steps that I took. Your walk might be different than mine. But for the most part, I feel like this is like the basic. This is typically what most people, or at least the people that I researched and all the things that, all the information that I found. And I just wanted to share them with you, tell you how I did them. So if you're interested in learning how I started my business, if you decide that you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that you can see more of my face. When I decided that I wanted to make doing hair a full-time business, obviously branding is very important. So tip number 1 that I have for starting your business, figure out your style, right? Figure out how you want your business to come across visually to other people. Especially now, because it's 2025, everything is digital, everything is AI, and everything has some kind of visual aspect to it. So it's very, very, very important to have something unique to not just you, but to your business also. So once you've figured out your branding style, created your logo and all of that, you absolutely must do what I call ghetto trademarking, right? So because if you know, trademarking is very expensive. To pay for a trademark, or say for instance you've invented something or you created something and you want to patent it so nobody else can touch it, like it costs a lot of money, like a lot. And it, like most things business related, it costs money, but to trademark anything costs a grip. So I would suggest doing the ghetto trademark, which would be locking down your name or your brand name or your business name on a social media / website, kind of on the scale of like social media. So for instance, with my business, I'm not trademarked yet, but I will be. But when I realized that I had a specific name for my business and that's what I was gonna stick to, I went on Instagram and I locked down that name. So moving forward, even if someone else was to come along with a similar idea, my business at Well Mother Nature, at Queen It Loc Salon, it's trademarked in that way, just specific to me. You can't necessarily duplicate it in the whole, I don't know how to, am I explaining this right? I don't know. What trademarking on social media does is makes it so that if there is a duplication, it's a very clear. That one a little fishy. I don't know. Somebody might be able to pick that one apart, but personally, that one worked for me, where I was able to lock down just my business name without an underscore, without a period, without an extra number added to it. You pick your name and you get to have that. Even if your business is small scale, that way moving forward, your name is still your name. Does that make sense? Tip number 2 bounces off of tip number 1, business cards, right? So regardless of what your business is or what your model is, I find that some people prefer a digital business card, but in my experience, I found that people actually really enjoy having a piece of paper, like an actual card with a number, with a name, with a picture, with something that they can actually hold. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but personally, just in my experience, it shows, number 1, your seriousness. It shows how you've prioritized your business. It helps too in conversation if you're talking about your business and you whip out a card. It's like, oh, here you go, check me out. If you have a business card, you can also leave them places. I leave my business cards in places all the time. I get clients all the time from places that I totally forgot that I left business cards. And I got one client and she still comes to see me now. She got my business card out of the wash house down the street from where I used to live. I haven't been over there in a long time, but she picked up my card from in there. And you know, you never know where your business is gonna go, who's gonna pick it up, who's gonna see it and be like, oh, I can use that. And then if they have a card, they can like tuck it in their wallet and discover it again later on. On the note of business cards, I kind of want to show y'all, sorry about that. To go back into the evolution, well, to go back into the importance of business cards. It's crazy. So here's a little bit of my evolution, right? So this is the first business card I ever made. I have 3 different business cards. I officially have 3 different sets. My very first set was just my name. This was before I realized that I wanted to have, but this is before I discovered my logo. I just wanted to have something with my name and what I do on it. So my very first card looks like this. It just says Myricia La'Rease. That one was really simple. Then I upgraded also still before I found, before I discovered my logo. The same look on the face of the card, but on the back, I decided to put some photos of my work. I put some pictures so that there's some depth to my business card. It's not just a card with my name and my number on it. You actually get to see what I do, what you're calling me for. And then this is the card. These are the cards that I'm using today. I buy these 500 a piece and I actually love this design. I think this is the one that I'll be using probably for ever now. It's my Queen at Locs Salon logo. And because these are cards just for my hair care, just for doing locks, just for my salon. Well, Mother Nature has a whole other logo of her own, but for Queen at Locs Salon, this is the one that I chose. All of these, by the way, were created on canva.com. If you don't know about Canva in 2025, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know where you've been. But Canva is great, not just for owning a business, but for school projects, for decorating things in the house. Anything digitally, web designy, anything related to that, Canva is the place to go, and it's free. So all of my designs, even my labels for my products themselves, canva.com, okay? Don't sleep. Anyhow, I made my logos on Canva. I was able to tweak them and perfect them, put them, excuse me, I was able to tweak them and get them to look exactly how I want them to look, put them on a business card. And I also added my QR code for my booking site on there too. So canva.com and Vistaprint. Get things printed, get stickers printed, get cute little, I mean, and it takes money to make money for sure, right? In order to start a business, it's gonna take a little bit. But these are small little things you can do once a month, every couple weeks or so. If you have a 9-to-5 job, you can take a little chunk of what you're making now and add that into your business. It's not gonna happen overnight, but we get there, okay? So canva.com, Vistaprint, amazing places. Tip number 3 would be to figure out your website. A lot of people won't take your business seriously if you don't have a website. There are so many different social media based businesses where, you know, you come across the business and they don't have an actual website. It's just through their Instagram or their TikTok, and they have TikTok shop, which is cool. I think TikTok shop is cool. I don't know if you have to have an actual website though in order to have, I don't know. See, I don't know. I have an actual website. WellMotherNature.com is run through Shopify. So places like Shopify, I know Squarespace is really good. In order to really solidify like the seriousness for your business, having a website to go along with your business cards helps a little bit. And then with things like your website, you can then take the logo that you created and put it on your website. Make it all cohesive. Everything kind of flows together and it makes it. And to connect tip number 3 to tip number 1, that is another way to ghetto trademark yourself. If you have a website with exactly your brand name or exactly your business name, even before your LLC, that is another step up. That's another awesome level of like, hey, I'm very serious about this thing. I'm not just talking about my business. I'm actually putting footwork behind it. Still on tip number 3, another awesome thing that you can do is list yourself, right? List yourself. Literally listyourself.com. Check that out. I think it's listyourself.net. I'm gonna double check it. It's either listyourself.com or listyourself.net. You put yourself up there, you type it in, and it puts your name and your business and exactly what you do out there for people to see. And then when they Google this thing, you're more likely to come up because you're actually in the listing. Now, does that make sense? And then the same thing with Google. If you have Google business accounts are easy and free to create, to put together. So if you haven't yet created a business website, you might be able to get away with just listing yourself on Google first. Having a logo really helps with that, because then you can just upload your logo with your business name, another ghetto trademark. Making yourself visible, putting yourself out there. Obviously social media is big, but Google is bigger. So put yourself in a position to be seen by the people that you're trying to attract. Tip number 4 I have is all in, like it takes all of the other tips that I just gave you and puts them all into one. Talk about your business. Talk about it to everybody. I personally was shy to it at first. Like when I first started trying to take this like seriously, I was shy. I didn't really, because I felt like, oh, you know, well, it's really small, it's not that big, like I don't really know what I'm doing, I'm still figuring it out. I realized the more that I talked about it, the more that I connected with people in like explaining, oh, this is this thing I'm trying to do. Obviously have some discernment, because not everybody has your best interest at heart when it comes to like listening to your dreams and your goals and shit, but like, you know, like when you find the people that are listening for you, like actually listening, having those back and forth conversations about your business and why you're doing what you're doing, or how, or where you see it going, like those things help to not only solidify your mindset of like what your business is and how you're going to organize it for you, but also it gets the word out. It helps people to understand like this is something that you're trying to take seriously. This is something that you're creating motion behind because it's something that you believe in. I am such a dork. Okay, now we're getting into like the real deal, like the super significant, because this is obviously everything that I gave you before was like super simple. You don't need anything extra to really do that outside of a couple dollars, right? Apply for your EIN. You could do that as step 1 if you really want to, right? You could totally do that at step 1. I personally didn't, because I wasn't sure of the name. Like usually when you go and you apply for your EIN, if you don't know, it's your employer. Your EIN stands for employer identification number. Yeah, I think. It's your tax ID number. It's a number outside. It's just like your social security number, but for your business. When you apply for your EIN, you've officially set yourself separate from your business. So you'll have your social and you'll have your business's social. Your business's social is your EIN. That's just how I think about it, right? So with that number, you're able to do so fucking much. Like you can do a lot. And it's free to apply. As long as you have like your typical, like your ID and your address, and you can like prove certain you can prove that you're you, then you should be able to absolutely positively with no problem apply for your EIN number. If you're not sure where to go, Google it. It's either the irs.gov or I think they do it the irs.com. I don't remember right now. I'm like drawing a blank because I'm trying to do this fast, but Google it. If it's not the irs.gov, it's somewhere else, but Google will help you find it, babe. I promise. Apply for your EIN. Once you have your EIN number, then we're in motion. Now you can officially start. Now your business has its own identity, kind of. Tip number 6 bounces off of tip number 5, and that would be to open your business bank account. So if you don't already have a separate checking account for what you're considering your business, go ahead and do that. Even if you do have a separate checking account but it's not a business bank account, go and get you a business bank account, okay? The business bank accounts are simple to open once you have your EIN number, because yes, you'll still have to give them your personal info. You'll give them your social, your address, your, you know, whether that be through your regular bank or you go through a credit card company like Capital One. I use Capital One Business Banking. I don't know if I'm supposed to. Yeah, I use Capital One Business Banking. I love it. I think Wells Fargo also has one. I don't know. But that's something that is very, very, very significant for setting your business income and expenses separate to your personal. Once you have a business bank account and you're making enough money, you can then pay yourself from your business bank account to your personal account, which is what I do all the time. So then when tax time comes, and a lot of banks actually offer bonuses. So if you have a regular checking account with your bank and you go on their website and they say, hey, open a business bank account and you get this $200 bonus, or you get $150 in this, or whatever. A lot of them are really, really good for that because they want you to use them. They want you to use their bank. So they're like, hey, come and get, what we've got. So anyway, once you have your business bank account open, then tip number 7 is to set yourself up for tax time. Obviously, this is something that comes maybe a year or 2 into business into running your business, because realistically, I didn't start caring really about taxes until I was making enough to have to, you know. But it is very, very important whether you're making money or not. The Department of Revenue gonna be checking for you once you apply. And this is something I learned too. I was getting phone calls from the Department of Revenue like, hey, you owe us some money. So yeah, once you get all your ducks in a row, once you started documenting all of your expenses, and that gets easier to do once you have a business checking account, because then you will have that self-discipline, right? To only use your business bank account for business expenses. Or no, that's it. Only use your business bank account for your business expenses. If you need to use your business bank account for something outside of that, you need to pay yourself from your business bank account, put it in the other account first. It takes a little bit longer, and sometimes it's inconvenient, but it's worth it when you have that separation. You need that separation, okay? So yeah, I don't know if I hope I covered everything. Those were my 7 tips for starting your business in 2025, 2026, and beyond. That's how I did it. I've been able to, by the grace of God, I've been able to grow my business. Oh gosh, I've been able to grow Well Mother Nature and Queen at Locs Salon as a unit. We are now consistently making 5 figures a year. Keep in mind, though, 5 figures is anywhere between 10,000 and 99,000. Luckily, we fall in somewhere in the middle, so planning to be way, way, way beyond that. 6 figures is in the future. 6 figures is in my future for sure. But using these tips and doing these things, just, I feel, really set me up for success and put me in a position to be able to scale in a more reasonable way. But anyway, you can check out my products at wellmothernature.com if you're interested. And if you need your locks done, baby, I'm in Newport Richey, Florida. Not too far, not too far from Tampa and St. Pete. If you need your locks done, get at me. I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Queen at Locs Salon. I will leave all the links down in the description box below. I really, really, really hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope the tips helped. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Hoping to talk to y'all soon. Be easy and happy Thanksgiving. Bye. I'm a self-taught loctician. I can't say that word.